Hello everyone and welcome to yet another custom model segment. If you were watching my last one, which was about the mainland diesel shunters from the Great Race, if you were kind of paying attention to the background, you may have been seeing some things here in the shed. And so, if you haven't already seen the custom model segment of the Great Railway Show diesels, then you can check that out maybe after you're done with this one. But anyways, so you're probably wondering what's in the shed here. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to open the doors one by one. And these doors might get in the way a little. Maybe not. Okay. Next. And then one more. And there we go. So these are all trucks that are in the shed here. So let's take a look at this truck in the middle, shall we? Now, I wanted to keep this truck right here a secret until he made his debut. But this is a custom truck character that I've created, that's going to appear in my series Medieval Misadventures. And in case the side isn't obvious, his name is going to be Dread. So yeah, he's quite dreadful, to say the least. So anyways, I made this truck from a Hero Sticky Spill truck. And so, originally I was wanting to make this truck based on the Minis Troublesome truck, the Thomas brand Minis. They had a Troublesome truck that said like Brenham Bay Shipping Company. And I wanted to make this truck based on that one, but when I was having a hard time trying to get it done, pretty much the only problem was like trying to make the labels and stuff and get them to stay on the side here. And then I was gonna like just try to scrub off the yellow paint and just make it blue again. But I then decided that I maybe wanted to make this custom character. And also because I was scrubbing, I accidentally like scraped off some of the paint on the face here. So the truck was originally blue, and you can see that there's like a little scratch of blue underneath the face. So yeah, it's like the face was blue like the truck itself, and then they just painted over it. So that's interesting. So I decided to take away the idea of making a Brenham Bay Shipping Company truck and just make my own character instead. So like I said, Dread is going to be appearing in Medieval Misadventures. I had the idea for his debut episode thought out. However, I'm trying to wonder if I want to do something different instead to like introduce him. I don't want to say anything like what I had in mind for him, because if what I had in mind ends up happening, then I would have spoiled it all. So yeah, I'm just gonna like take some time to decide what I want to do with Dread here. Like, do I want to introduce him in the episode I already wrote for him, like had his debut in, or do I want to introduce him somewhere else or something? So yeah, I'm just gonna take some time to plan that out. But yeah, so that's Dread. And before I forget, I originally had the idea that I wanted Dread to be a little scary looking. Basically, he was going to have like a scar or something over his eye. But then, also, when I accidentally scratched off the paint on his face here, I was wondering if I wanted to have a scar right there or something. But I was looking up, and no one can really have more than one scar. So yeah, I decided to just have the scar over his eye. And I originally had like a little bit of clay, red clay over his eye to make on one side of his eye, and then on the other side to make his scar. But then I decided to take it off. But if you guys want Dread to have a scar and make him look quite a little scary or something, or make him look like he's going to be feared by trucks, then feel free to leave in the comments if you want him to have a scar. But anyways, yeah, so enough talking about Dread. Let me show you guys these other trucks. Now the rest of these trucks are just Thomas rolling stock with added faces. So I'm gonna do this one next. So this was a blue box car, and I made the face out of oven baked clay, and then I painted it when I was done. And I'll explain something about these faces at some point later on. But this face has like wonky eyes or something. Like the eyes are just looking off to each side, like they're not like staying next to one another. They're just separating from each other. And then this truck has like a mole on his face, and he's got like some buck teeth. And so now, and I'll say it now. Basically, I was basing these faces, the faces I put on these 4 trucks, I was basing the faces off of faces from Diesels from the Thomas Creator Collective series, The Return of Diesel. So yeah, I was basing these faces off a few of the Diesels from that series. So yeah, so now, oh, before I forget, I need to say the name of this truck right here. This truck's name is Junk. So yeah, yeah, his name is Junk. And so now this truck was, he just has buck teeth. And then his name is Wreck, as in like a massive train wreck or something. So yeah, Dread, Junk, and Wreck. So now let's take a look at this baggage car right here. And this baggage car's face has freckles, as you can see. And so the mouth didn't really end up as good as I wanted it to be. I was adding the freckles and then making the mouth using a toothpick, but the mouth ended up a little too big than I was hoping. But I didn't want to like try to change it, because if I was gonna like try to paint over the mouth and then put it on again, I would pretty much like accidentally cover the freckles. So I just left the mouth the way it was. And yeah, this truck's name is Brick, because you know, he kind of looks like a red brick, so to speak. And now onto the tanker here. And so he's got an arched face like Stanley and Sydney. And you know, so he's looking angry, and he's also got freckles, and the mouth ended up the way I wanted. I did the freckles and the mouth with a toothpick as well on this one. And so yeah, I think this face looks the best out of the others. So this oil tanker's name is going to be Fungus. And so yeah, these trucks have not, well yeah, Dread can count, but these trucks have some unusual names, so to speak. Wreck, Fungus, Dread, Junk, and Brick. And so yeah, so Dread here is going to be the leader of this gang of trucks. And like I said, Dread's going to appear in Medieval Misadventures. I just need to decide if I'm going to change when he's going to appear or what's going to happen. Yeah, I may have to change that, because of the ideas I'm getting, like with him having his own gang here. And so I'm also going to go a little into some of the personalities, particularly with these 3 box cars. So these box cars, while particularly these 2 may look dumb and goofy, they're not really dumb and goofy at all. And these box cars can pack quite a punch, basically. So yeah, that's all you should really know about these box cars. And then this oil tanker, I could have like put the face on this baggage car, but I decided I wanted to have a face on a tanker, because since it's an arch where it's flat on the bottom and then curved at the top, it can like work on like this tanker, because it's flat on the bottom of the tank part and then curved at the top. So yeah, that was kind of a cool, interesting idea that I wanted to try out. So yeah, so it's a open truck, a tanker, and then 3 boxcars. And so that's the custom model segment on Dredd and his cronies. And so I hope you like these custom original characters that I've made, and I hope you'll look forward to seeing them in Medieval Misadventures. And I hope you enjoyed the segment. That's all for now.